Trapped in the concept, falsely accused, was used, and misled, bitch, I'm hoping you fucking rest in peace. Now the fact that I'm alone is fucking.
This is Gucci, it's your boy SJK, the first Black Super Saiyan to work around this planet. I got a video right here. We got the death battle that I gotta react to, and then we're gonna discuss right after it's over. But we got Dragonzord versus Mechagodzilla. Tommy's Dragonzord from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and we have Mechagodzilla from the Godzilla franchise. Now, one thing I'll say about both these combatants here. Compared to the OG Megazord from Mighty Morphin, the Dragonzord is pretty sluggish. Same thing for Mechagodzilla. They move pretty sluggish. The only Zords from like the Power Rangers franchises I really see that was the most agile was the Mystic Force Power. Like when the Mystic Force Power Rangers went into their own little Megazord form before they combined into the bigger Megazord. That's when they're at their most agile. They're most flexible. So one thing both these two have a handicap in is their speed. Now I can be wrong because I haven't watched Mighty Morphin in a while. The Dragonzord could have been more agile than I think it was, but the Megazord was kind of sluggish. Same thing for Mechagodzilla. He moves kind of sluggish too. So let's get into this video and see what's up. Let's see what stats they're going to bring for us to pick apart and see. Will I get mad at the end of this video? Will I be happy? I don't know, but let's get into it. Let's get it.
Are freaking awesome.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
freaking awesome.
Especially the robot kind, like the Dragonzord, piloted by the Green Power Ranger.
And Kiru, the dangerous and mysterious Mechagodzilla.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
After being stuck in a garbage can for 10,000 years, the evil Rita Repulsa
Make
was
my monster
understandably
growl.
pretty pissed. So, she decided to destroy the world. Hey, I'd be mad too, but that's a hell of a hot take.
And so Earth's guardian, Zordon, put a plan into motion. 5 heroic teenagers would defend the planet with their Dinozords. They were the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
You'd think a bunch of kids in spandex would have a tough time fighting an ancient witch, but they got used to taking out her weekly monsters pretty quick, like a normal 9 to 5, just with giant
Hey, bro,
robots.
the putties
But
are
Rita
OP.
had a
Stop hating on
plan.
them.
If her creatures could not defeat the heroes, she would create her own ranger.
The Green Ranger, along with his robo-reptile, the Dragonzord.
Wow, when he emerged from the water, bruh, that was tight.
At 90 meters tall and nearly 200 tons, the Dragonzord proved a match for the other Rangers, even their Megazord.
Dragonzord's got a heavy-duty arsenal, like finger missiles. It's like flicking the gunk from under your nails at people, but it explodes.
Why do you have gunk under your fingers?
To flick at people. Duh. That fin isn't just a cool headpiece, it shoots energy waves. And if D-Zord feels like stomping around, watch out for literally shocking earthquakes.
I mean, I
Despite
guess
such
he's
long-range
agile.
weaponry, the Dragonzord seems
It
best
depends.
suited to fighting up close with its strong grappling arms and highly flexible drill tail.
He's kind
this
of
drill
agile.
is so
Kind of.
impressive, it cut through a cocoon prison even the supposedly superior Megazord couldn't escape.
Yeah, that thing's 5 Zords in one. Guess teamwork doesn't always make the dream work.
Dreamwork.
The Dragonzord's pilot has even bested the other Rangers in combat on his own.
Them
Luckily,
poses,
they helped
bruh.
him break free from Rita's control, and he eagerly
Every
joined
time
their
the Power
fight
Rangers
against the
talk,
forces of evil. This is Tommy Oliver.
They do a pose
Tommy
every single
wasn't
time.
just some rando off the street. This guy is an expert martial artist and super dedicated to ranger work. So much so, he kept wearing the tights for years and even mentored other teams. He summons and controls the Dragonzord with the Dragon Dagger by playing it like a flute. Wait, are all knives secretly flutes?
They've never, not been
Don't do it.
flutes.
Oh my god, really? Wait a minute, why didn't this come up in poultry science class?
Chickens
Poetry
don't like
science
music?
class.
How
Never
stupid
heard
do
of that
you
class.
think I am? Chickens love music! Ah! God, this is what they mean by a sharp note!
As the Green Ranger, Tommy draws power from a universe-spanning energy called the Morphin Grid.
His grid connection powers the Dragonzord, too. He's a superhero and a battery.
Though, like most other Zords, enough damage can disrupt the Dragonzord's connection to the
I remember that
Morphin Grid and
episode
take
when
it down for
Tommy
good.
jumped inside the other Megazord
The Dragonzord is super
and
strong.
beat up
It
the
made short work of Rita's monsters and even
That
beat the
shit was
Megazord,
funny.
which has an average power output of 50,000 megavolts. That's the same kind of power as a nuclear warhead.
The Megazord was strong enough to punch a 10,000-ton monster about 40 meters off the ground. A punch worth 90 million newtons of force.
The Big D can even fly past escape velocity and reach the moon. That's over 30 times the speed of sound.
The Dragonzord is also extremely durable, possibly more so than any other individual Zord of its generation. The Megazord once threw it into this mountain, which shattered. By comparing the known size of Dragonzord's foot to said mountain and applying the energy necessary for violent fragmentation
That's
of its
just his
rock,
foot that
we
broke that
determined the
mountain, bro.
destructive force
That's just
to be
the
worth
foot.
more than 350 tons of TNT.
Damn! The Big Dragon held its own against the upgraded Thunder Megazord, and even one-shot the White Tiger Zord, which was supposed to be its better in every way.
While it's unlikely the Dragonzord could actually defeat the Thunder Megazord on its own, it certainly stands a chance with its ultimate form.
That's right, it's got a semi-Megazord mode of its own. While each Power Ranger has their own Zord, there's been a few times when a Ranger has called on other Zords, not to pilot directly, just to combine with theirs.
And so, Tommy can summon the Mastodon, Triceratops, and Saber-Tooth Tiger Zords to form Dragonzord Fighting Mode. Or Battle Mode. Or Dragon Megazord. He never really settled on a name.
Well, it's mighty powerful, and turns its tail into a drill spear that kills basically everything in one shot. Seriously, it never lost a battle against anything Rita threw at it.
We need Dragonzord power!
Why don't they always use that?
And Rita's magic is devastating enough to obliterate an entire floating island.
Sadly, Tommy would lose his control of the Dragonzord when he lost his powers to his one weakness. A magic candle! Oh no! Look out for slowly dripping wax!
But powers or no powers, Tommy kept fighting the good fight, eventually regaining his original Morphin abilities with the Master Morpher. Perhaps one day, the Dragonzord will rise again. Dragonzord!
Master Morpher. Ew! It's like, ugh! Tommy's grunts, bro. On
The
point.
year was 1954, less than a decade after Japan was bombarded with the first atomic weapons. The nuclear age had begun.
But one of these atomic weapons woke something up.
One comment.
Guns!
The bombing that happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, I'll say this much. It's effed up. Because a lot of innocent people died in that. A lot of innocent people got caught in the turmoil that the government and the army was. When the Japanese army was going at it with the U.S., that's what was really between them, not the citizens. But that's the things about war. People get wrapped into it that shouldn't be wrapped into it. Now, I will say this. The bombing did end the war, but it's a bit overkill. If I had to say so myself. I'm just saying. A bit overkill. You know, a lot of innocent people died in that innocence. People who really didn't truly want to be a part of it died. Especially a lot of children. But that's just war. It's really no good or bad. It's literally just people doing effed up stuff. It ain't supposed to be right. It ain't supposed to be wrong. It's that thin line where you're like, dang, we really gonna do that? Oh, okay. I mean, whatever it takes to win.
Zilla! This ginormous radioactive kaiju decimated Japan. Things looked pretty bad until a scientist deployed a bomb strong enough to kill the monster. The Oxygen Destroyer, which does exactly what it says on the tin.
Sure,
Right.
oxygen
Dr.
destroyer.
Serizawa's bomb could specifically target and destroy oxygen molecules, liquefying most living tissue. This weapon was so dangerous, Serizawa feared its very existence threatened the entire human race.
So he went down martyr style, taking out Godzilla and all knowledge of his weird bomb. All that remained was Godzilla's bones.
Probably for the best. Still, a weapon like that might have come in handy when, a few decades later, another Godzilla showed up.
Surprise, bitches! Brrr!
Turns out,
Godzilla
Japan had been the target of
90s.
many different types of kaiju for years, and had developed an
Well,
anti-monster
that's not
defense
90s
force to
Godzilla. I
combat
think
them.
that's Hisai era.
Unfortunately, their super powerful maser cannons barely even scratched this new Godzilla. Just look at him. Doesn't even care.
Like the oxygen destroyer before, Japan needed a new weapon to combat Godzilla. They gathered their foremost experts in the fields of robotics, microwaves, low-temperature physics, and someone
Microwave.
whose work can only be described as cyber necromancy. Together, these leading scientists developed a revolutionary weapon like nothing before it.
Using the bones of Godzilla.
Sure, technically this isn't the first Mechagodzilla we've seen, but it's certainly the deadliest and the most unique. So much so, it was given its own distinct name. Kiru, a combination of kanji meaning machine and dragon.
Hear you? Sounds lame. I'll stick with Mechagodzilla, thank you. Standing 60 meters
Battery
tall
life,
and
2
weighing
hours.
40,000 tons with full gear,
The fight's
this
not gonna
badass
last that
cyber
long,
monster
so
is
he's
loaded
good.
with all sorts of weapons. Rocket launchers, rail cannons, grappling wires, spinning drill hands, a battering ram jetpack, and even retractable Assassin's Creed blades with an extra zap. And just like Zilla himself, Mecha G fires laser beams from his mouth. This twin maser cannon is twice as powerful as the maser guns that successfully killed other non-Godzilla giant monsters.
Kiru is certainly skilled in melee combat and is surprisingly athletic for its size.
For
Look
real?
at it go!
However, with its
haven't
enormous
watched the
arsenal,
movie in
it
a
is
while.
far better suited to long-range strikes. Like with its ultimate weapon, the Absolute Zero Cannon.
Damn! So it's like a super ice beam?
As the name suggests, it unequivocally brings its target's temperature to absolute zero, or 0 Kelvin. But this beam isn't just freezing its target, it's literally destroying all of its existing energy at once. A practically impossible feat of physics. This results in crushing the entire target from within at an atomic level.
Oh my god. Zilla?
Speaking of which, Kiru is actually built around the skeletal remains of the original Godzilla, giving him all the size and strength of the King of the Monsters.
So it's kinda like they're pulling off a robotic Weekend at Bernie's with old man Godzilla's bones? Amazing.
Kiru also utilizes biochemical and molecular-based DNA computers, which are actually
Looks
based
like
on
Tetris.
real-life experimental technology. This infused Godzilla's own DNA to improve operation speeds and give Kiru subconscious motor control, sort of a simple AI, which lets it perform some limited actions on its own, exactly like my own Cyber Goose. With the skeleton of a goose and some extra parts I had lying around, I say he's a masterpiece of modern science.
Well, he's got 2 heads now, so do we call him a goose or a geese?
It's a goose. Just one goose.
But 2 heads make 2 goose, therefore a geese.
It's a goose!
Oh yeah, this version's much better.
Kiru is piloted by Lieutenant Akane Yashiro, a longtime member of the
I do
Anti-Megalosaurus
remember this
Force,
movie, though.
and your standard
I
self-loathing
remember
anime
watching it.
protagonist.
I just haven't watched it
She
in a
thinks she's
long
worthless
time.
because she has no parents and accidentally got some of her friends killed. So now nobody really likes her, which is real bummer. But hey, cheer up, lady! You get to fight giant lizards with a big-ass killer robot, and that's freaking awesome!
Akane doesn't technically pilot from within Kiru, but rather from a nearby jet plane, the AC-3 White Heron, which can fly over 900 kilometers per hour. Under Akane's control, Kiru has battled Godzilla several times, and always came out on top.
But, plot twist, Akane isn't Mechagodzilla's only pilot. It turns out there's someone else behind the controls. A ghost in the machine. It's the spirit of the original Godzilla! Surprise again, bitches! It's Ghost Robot!
The DNA mind of Godzilla can wrestle the mech from Akane at any point, causing her to lose complete control.
Giving the king another chance to trash Japan again! Always fun to
About to
relive the
hijack
good
you.
old days.
Though it is strongly implied Akane and Kiru came to an understanding of sorts, realizing that they were each shadows of a tragic past struggling to find purpose in life.
Like college roommates.
Regardless of who is steering the ship, Kiru is an extremely tough machine.
He's lifted and thrown Godzilla around like a sack of potatoes, and this version of the Big G weighed 25,000 tons.
Kiru actually survived being at the epicenter of its own Absolute Zero blast, and multiple direct hits from Godzilla's atomic breath attack.
Which is even strong enough to overpower the Absolute Zero.
Kiru is even fast enough to dodge the atomic breath, which, based on this instance where an
God,
older
Godzilla's
Mechagodzilla
atomic
forced the
breath,
beam
flew from
into
the last
space,
to the Russian
likely
minute,
travels faster than
Valkyrie
Mach 2
Garrus,
speeds.
atomic
Kiryu itself could also fly
atomized
from
nuclear buildings
Alaska
at
to the
once,
middle of
defeated
Russia
Godzilla,
while carrying
Gigan,
another
Destroyer,
kaiju in just a few minutes.
Gigan and Destroyer.
Given how quickly Kiryu's fuel burns in flight, in order to make it, Kiryu was likely flying around Mach 40.
But that's sadly the Mecha Monster's biggest flaw. Its battery life is worse than the goddamn Nintendo Switch.
While the White Herons can use microwave tech to recharge Kiryu on the fly, a full charge only runs for about 2 hours at most. And using more intensive features like jet flight and the Absolute Zero cannon drains it much, much faster. In fact, just one use of the Absolute Zero drains 40%.
But who cares when he's so badass he can tear you apart in just a few minutes? With all this power at his metal
So
fingertips,
the Absolute
this
Zero
is
takes
one
up a ton
epic
of energy.
machine. No man or beast
Got it.
stands a chance against
I already know
the
how this
might
death battle's
of
gonna go.
Mechagodzilla.
桐生お前には分かる
He's
よ
going to fire that beam in the death battle and run out of power faster, and then probably lose. Watch.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But
We need
first, I've
Dragonzord
got a
power.
kaiju-sized hunger that only Blue Apron can satisfy.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Devotes, cash devotes. Dang, I love me some Godzilla. I mean, Power Rangers, I do love me some Power Rangers too. But I love me some Godzilla. And let's be real, if Godzilla pulled up into the Power Rangers universe as a villain, that's gonna be a long fight, because Godzilla is durable as fuck, bro. The amount of nukes that fuck. The amount of nukes that the radiation, dang. Godzilla got a kill count too. Mechagodzilla did body Destroyer and Gigan. Who do I want to go with? Alright, I'm going to do this. I don't know who the hell I want to go with, because I like both. Now, I might just do this. I'm a bandwagon on the winner. Yeah, I'm a bandwagon on the winner. Nah, I'm not going to bandwagon. Come on, K-Dot. Make a choice. Make a decision. Dang. Alright. So what we finna do? How we finna do this? Alright, we got two ends here. We have this part, and we have the handle. I'm gonna do any, mini, money, mo, Now, if I pick on this, Dragonzord. If I pick on this, Mechagodzilla. It. Dragonzord. Ah, let's get it, bro. Dragonzord, easy. Let's go. Hold up. So, Mechagodzilla is very agile. From what I've seen in the Power Rangers show, Dragonzord is kind of agile. He's kind of agile. Kind of. But not all that agile. He's still very bulky and big. Same thing for Mechagodzilla. But he can get some hops in. But that Absolute Zero. Let's see how this goes. Animation on point. Ooh. Hit him with that leg.
Ah, nice work, Dragonzord. Let's crush this tin can.
Nice one, Dragonzord. Let's crush this tin can. Oh! Went straight for that mouth. Say, eat this. Eat this. Okay, them jet boosters. I knew it. He's gonna waste the battery faster. Never mind. Dodge it. Let me go. OP pull up on him, cut. Hey, I changed my mind. I'm choosing no sides. This fight is looking epic. Freak that. Whoever wins, wins. Bro, the animation is on point.
This isn't working. We need more power.
Dragonzord power. Just get it.
Come together. Buddy mode, powered up and ready for action. Let's finish this.
That Tommy looks good. Ooh, come on, what we got? What we got? Come on, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Come on, Mecha. Come on. Ooh, that hot.
Keep going. We've got this. Oh no. Pull back. Pull back.
Oh, boy. We're all gonna die. Ooh. Dragonzord power. Where it go? Nowhere. Dragonzord power was nowhere to be seen. Shouts out to Mechagodzilla. I'm finna bandwagon this one.
Oh man, talk about a close
Tell the
one.
facts.
Finding the victor here wasn't easy. Both
Yeah.
have performed amazing feats of strength and durability, and
Facts.
both wielded massive arsenals of unbelievable devastation.
That is true.
Akane definitely proved herself fighting Godzilla a few times, though Tommy did have way more experience piloting mechs and fighting monsters for years and years.
You ain't lying.
Plus, he's a friggin' superhero.
Yeah.
But while skill and experience are incredibly important, it doesn't always triumph over raw power.
That's what she said.
That animation
Compared
was
to
really
Kiru,
good.
the Dragonzord
The
was rather
agility with
lightweight, with far
Mechagodzilla.
less impressive feats of strength.
Yeah, well, Dragonzord could match the Megazord, who could lift a 10,000-ton monster. Mechagodzilla tossed around a 25,000-ton Godzilla, more than double the weight. Mecha G certainly had the advantage up close.
And also from a distance. Kiru's arsenal was overall better suited to long-range combat thanks to a wider assortment of missile and beam weapons. Simply put, Kiru possessed more options for controlling and ending this fight.
Like how they both had instant kill moves, but only one of those depended on getting right up close. Plus, while Fighting Mode's max power wasn't too clear, it could compete with the Thunder Megazord and Rita herself.
Remember how Rita blew up an island? Easily one of the most impressive destruction feats in the Ranger's early years. Based on this image, we can measure the exact scale of the island.
To blow that shit up, you'd need a blast of at least 2.6 gigatons of TNT. So Dragonzord's Ultra Drill Staff was likely in the same ballpark in terms of power output.
However, this pales in comparison to the Absolute Zero Cannon. Here, it's destroying the real-life Prince Hotel New Tower and several surrounding buildings. Using the known scale of these structures, the energy output to destroy them must equal 128 teratons of TNT.
That's over 49,000 times more powerful. And don't forget, Mechagodzilla once survived being in the middle of this blast. There was no way Dragonzord could put down this tough son of a Zilla.
Dragonzord's arsenal and Tommy's skills certainly made this an intense match, but they were clearly outclassed by Kiru's awesome power and unwavering durability.
I'm just glad they didn't let the fight drag on.
The winner is Kiru.
Mechagodzilla!
Hey, thanks for watching this episode. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the
Let's see
link.
what's upcoming. Sasuke. Isn't that the guy from Yu Yu Hakusho? I think so. Don't quote me on that. I don't watch Yu Yu Hakusho like that, but I think that's the guy from Yu Yu Hakusho. I think, guys. I think that's him. Okay. Now it's time to be a fanboy fake bandwagon over here. Because I'm finna hop on the wave. Shouts out to Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla fans, let's stand up. Godzilla fans, pull up. Let's pull up on these Dragonzord fans. Now, Dragonzord fans, read them and weep. You took this L. But I'm respectful. And I'll gladly say this. Both combatants was tight. The animation in this video was superb. The way the characters was moving. Mechagodzilla's agility. The way Tommy looked. The animation, Tommy's muscles. His body movements looked really on point. The girl who piloted Kiryu, I guess. I mean, you was in a jet. You basic. Get up out of here. The fighting. The final execution kill. Tight. When Tommy called on the other Zords to combine with him, looked tight. I thought the battle was good. Look, I love both Power Rangers and I love both Godzilla. This was nice to see. The Absolute Zero. It's a very powerful ability. Very powerful. Whew, man. Very powerful. But I'll say this much. Godzilla fans, W for us. W for the Godzilla fans. Yeah, shouts out to us. But see, it's a win-win situation. Even if the Dragonzord won, I still win because I'm a Power Rangers fan. Even if Mechagodzilla won, which he did, I'm a Godzilla fan. So it's a plus for me. Bruh, it's a W either way. Now, if this was Green Lantern versus Ben 10, I'm primarily more of a Ben 10 fan compared to a Green Lantern fan. If Green Lantern won, that would have been an L for me. But he did win. That was an L for me. Even though Ben should have won that fight, bruh. Ben should have won that fight. But Green Lantern won. Trash. But look, shouts out to this Death Battle. Death Battle, you guys did a really good job with the animation here. The combat, man. Dragonzord fans, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We will pray for you, Dragonzord. We will pray for it. Mechagodzilla fans, pull up and let's say a prayer for these Dragonzord fans. Alright, I'm about to go in this video. I hope you guys liked the death battle. I hope you guys liked the reaction. We just having fun. Just know we're having fun. No bad blood, no nothing. Don't be mad at me, you guys. Don't be mad. We're just having fun. Have fun. Literally have fun. Just have fun. But we're gonna go ahead in this video. It's your boy Kid out, the first Black Super Saiyan, the word riding the sprinkles, that peace, love, positivity, and all that jazz. Don't do drugs.
Should have gone for the head.
What did it cost?
Everything.